Hey guys, welcome back. Today I'll be showing you guys how I made this soap that was supposed to be a spin swirl but somehow turned out to be something else because I chose for it to be something else. So to start with, I'm doing the usual, measuring out some distilled water, after which I pour in some citric acid, dissolve that. Yes, I am dissolving citric acid. Use that 1.5% in my soap to combat soap scum and hard water and things like that. And now I am just measuring out my lye, and then I will go ahead and mix that with my citric acid solution. Now bear in mind that because this is citric acid, it does get much warmer and can even fizzle up and so the best thing to do is to do it slowly, which is what I did there. Like, I put the lye little by little. I didn't just pour it all in, and then stir that until it dissolves. Now I actually put that in the fridge or even maybe the freezer. Anyway, so now I am measuring out my hard oils, and for this soap recipe now I am using maybe only about 5 oils, not as much as before, but here I'm using shea butter, some lard, and then I will go ahead and melt that down and then dissolve some coconut oil in the hot hard oils. So for the colors, I'm going to be using these two colors from Nurture Soap. I didn't really see that. Anyways, so these are the colors. They're like teal and blue. Yeah, I don't really care too much for the names. So yeah, I just wanted that bit of contrast, and that's why I chose these two colors, and I wanted something relatively simple. I've added a tiny bit of olive oil to them, and I am now dissolving the mica in olive oil. Next is my hot or warm or melted hard oils, and like I said before, I am now adding in some coconut oil, and then I'll stir that until it dissolves, and then I'll go ahead and measure in my liquid oils, and that's olive oil and castor oil. I'm also going to be using Nurture Soap's fragrance oil, and this is crisp juniper. It smells very lemony, very fresh, and very lovely, very crispy actually. So I think the name is very ideal. And there I just added all of the rest. And then this is some colloidal oatmeal. I like to just add that to just add a bit of soothing properties to my soap, and I will blend that in now. And now I'm just checking the temperatures because I can. And the oil is 93 degrees Fahrenheit, which is not too bad. And then this is my lye water. It's cooled down pretty quickly. I put it in the freezer, and it's 111 Fahrenheit, and that's not too bad either. So I just mixed it in, and now I'll just blend until an emulsion. And I've zoomed in so you guys can see what an emulsion looks like. You know, it just gets cloudy really, but yeah, I'll let you guys just see this. So the reason I'm only blending until an emulsion is because I actually want this batter to remain as fluid as possible while I pour my soap, because of the design I want to achieve. So obviously I was going for the spin swirl as well, so I really wanted it to stay fluid. Not too fluid, but fluid enough to actually move in the mold, and not too fluid where the colors mix up. So that's kind of what I was going for. That's why I just blended until an emulsion, and then now I'm just measuring about half and half into both colors. Then I'll just mix that up. I did take some time here, guys. I didn't just rush to start pouring because I wanted it to get slightly thicker than the emulsion thick, if you know what I mean. So I just stirred a bit, and you're gonna see me stirring quite a bit. Like, I did stir it quite a bit and agitate it quite a bit, just so it would get slightly, just very slightly thicker than an emulsion. and then I proceeded to pouring. So now the fun begins. I'm keeping my fingers crossed for this one because, guys, you know how these things can turn out. I really had to keep my fingers crossed, and I am just going to start pouring. And if you're just joining me for the first time, welcome. I really hope you subscribe to my channel. On this channel, I show you my soap making as is, the good and the bad and the ugly. And I show you guys everything. We learn from my mistakes and things like that. So yeah, do click the subscribe button and hit that like button for me, okay? Thank you. So I've just zoomed in now so you guys can see, and I've put this at the actual speed at which I poured, and so you guys can actually see just how slow I was pouring, just because I was just so nervous. And then also I wanted it to be really precise, and then, you know, I poured from the corner. I made sure it like stuck to the walls of the mold as I poured, and I just poured very carefully, and it turned out fantastic. So I'll just let you guys watch the pour of this soap, and I'll get back to you in a bit. Now, as I was spinning, you'd realize that like the edges, if you look at like the walls of the mold, you'd see that the colors were starting to kind of you know, meddling with each other. I don't know the word to use for this, but the colors were kind of mixing up, and that was because of the spinning. And guess what, guys, this video is sped up by about 350%. So trust me, I wasn't spinning that fast. I was spinning really slowly and it was still getting mixed up. So that's what happens, and that's kind of why I decided not to actually do a spin swirl in the end and decided to just leave it like that, because I just felt that if I did the spin, it would really, you know, it would kind of mess up with the colors, and I didn't want that. And so I just left it like this, and I was quite happy with the results. So now this is 2 days later. I didn't unmold this after 24 hours. I actually waited 48 hours because I did not want it to be too soft, because you guys know I poured at a really light trace, and so I had to wait that extra time, you know, before unmolding. And here is the result. I really do like it, you know. yeah, so it turned out so beautiful. For some reason, I always like the back of my soaps. It's just weird. I don't know. They always have their own thing going on. But anyway, so now I'm just proceeding with the cutting of the soap, and I'll show you guys how it turned out. I did try to remove the middle there. I'll show you guys once I cut the first bar. So you can see those lines. You know how the lines are like thinner towards the middle? I tried to get rid of that because I didn't really like it. I just wanted the bigger, like, are they circles? The bigger circles to show more in the soap. And I also like the way the sides of the soap also carried that design as well. So it really turned out nice. I really liked it, and I'm actually glad I didn't spin. Maybe another time I'll spin, but I don't know. But I really like this design, and I'll try to like several different colors. I'm thinking of even going as far as using more colors, maybe 3 or 4 colors. That can be very risky, but you know, we try anything on here. So here is the cut, and I just really like it. And then after this, I'll just bevel and make sure it just looks neat and show you guys what it looks like. So I really hope you enjoyed watching this video. This was a very interesting soap to make for me, especially since I started off with one plan to do a spin swirl, and then I ended up with something else. But I really like this. It was slightly hypnotizing for me. Anyways, thank you guys for watching, and have a great day. Bye bye.